Thank you all for your time today. I'm Dave Deeker, Chief Revenue Officer with Call Center Power, or CCP for short. With me are Ashish Shukla, our tech lead, Jeremy Brody, our project manager, and Scott Mogensen from our solutions architecture team. Today, we're here to show you how Zendesk's new contact center platform, paired with our implementation expertise, can transform the way your organization delivers customer service. Here's a quick look at what we'll cover today. We'll start with who CCP is and what we bring to the table. Then we'll walk through our service offerings and our CCaaS platform experience. From there, we'll get to the heart of it, the Zendesk Contact Center platform, followed by a live demo. We'll close out with our delivery approach and a couple of real-world case studies so you can see the results, not just the pitch. Call Center Power was founded in 2015 to fill a gap that we saw firsthand. Companies needed a partner who understood both the operations side and the technology side of the contact center. Most firms do one or the other. We do both. We serve clients across retail, e-commerce, financial services, healthcare, automotive, utilities, government, and more. Whether it's standing up a new platform or optimizing an existing one, we are a full-service partner from strategy through execution. Our services fall into four buckets. First, outsourcing. We maintain a vetted network of more than 200 BPO partners so that we can match our clients to the right outsourced contact center partner without the typical RFP headache. Second, consulting. We offer operational assessments, workforce management, quality programs, and data analytics. Third, our technology enablement. We assess, source, implement, and train across over 200 call center technology providers. And fourth, managed services. Ongoing support for your CCaaS and automation stack, including fixed pricing tiers. The point is, we don't just hand you a platform and walk away. We work across the full spectrum: healthcare, financial services, retail, insurance, technology, government, utilities, education, and BPO environments. What's consistent is the standard. Whether you're a startup scaling for your first support team or a Fortune 500 optimizing a 10,000 seat operation, we bring the same rigor and the same playbook. And this isn't just theoretical. You'll see many logos here of organizations that have trusted CCP to deliver and are now reference clients. We've built credibility in each of these verticals through hands-on implementations, not just advisory. That track record is what gives us confidence walking into environments like yours. Now I'd like to hand it over to Ashish, our tech lead, to discuss Zendesk.
Thanks, Dave. So, team, now as you understand who Call Center Power is and what we bring to the table, let me tell you how we deliver. So, at the technology layer, we specializes in two premier platforms, Zendesk and Amazon Connect. And these two don't just coexist. They are designed to work together as a next generation contact center solution. And that combination is where we have built our deepest expertise in. On Zendesk side, we hold an implementation partnership. We have a dedicated team of SMEs, solution architects who have delivered the contact centers end to end, covering IVR, self-service, workforce management, the AIs, all the different features and functionalities what a call center need. On the Amazon Connect side, because it's very important to tell about our Amazon Connect expertise, which is the underlying platform of Zendesk contact center suite. So on Amazon Connect side, we do have deep expertise in. We have 10 certified engineers, we have solution architects, and this is the space where we have done most of our deliveries in past 1 year. We have almost completed 15 contact center projects, deployments, optimizations on Amazon Connect side. And here, what makes this particularly very relevant for you as a customer, we don't just know where you are going. We just don't know Zendesk or Amazon Connect. We also know where you are coming from, which means if you are on Cisco, if you're on Genesys, if you're on Five9 or any other platform, we do have hands-on expertise on those platforms as well. That makes your migration pretty smooth, and it would be faster, it would be lower risk than working on a partner who only knows the destination, who only knows the Zendesk. So that's where we are basically creating that differentiator. So before I introduce you to Zendesk, I want to spend a moment on something which is very important. The challenge is your time, your team is likely living right now. And these are the challenges which a lot of our customers have already talked about. Because the best way to evaluate a new platform is to ask, does it actually solve the problems? So it's very important for you to talk about these challenges, and then we will talk about how Zendesk will be able to sort out those problems. So if I categorize the challenges in two buckets, the first bucket is definitely the technology limitations. Many platforms, even ones which are marketing themselves as modern CCaaS solutions, they still fall short on AI, automation capabilities, self-service, and sometimes even advanced reportings. And even if they are able to provide those functionalities, those are provided as add-ons. That means you are essentially paying for additional add-on and subscription as well. So that's the technology limitation problem, which is huge when it comes to evaluating a right solution. The second bucket of these challenges, which is even more painful, is the operational fragmentation. So I'm sure you are also facing the same problem. Agents are toggling between multiple tools, multiple screens to handle a single customer interaction. The knowledge bases are scattered. Your ticket system is probably in a different screen. Your customer journey is in a different screen. Your call history is in a different screen somewhere else. So the result of this fragmentation is longer handle times, inconsistent service, and the agents who are handling the customer interactions, they are frustrated. And sometimes customer even hung up because agent is not able to provide the right answer on time. So what we have understood about your organization during our initial discovery, the high level discovery, what we did, you do have strong knowledge base. Your team is capable. You have expert agents, but without a single unified system pulling all that information together, I think you are leaving the performance on the table. And that's exactly what Zendesk is built to solve. And let me tell you how. Next slide, please. So let me take you to the next generation contact center, Zendesk. Zendesk has been a market leading CRM for over a decade or even more than that. And what's changed now and what's making this presentation relevant as well is Zendesk has built a fully functional AI powered contact center platform on the top of the foundation what they have been using or providing to their customers, the CRM foundation. And it's not just the AI as a feature. The platform is deeply integrated with AWS services including Amazon Connect for telephony, Lex, broader AI spectrum, Gen AI, agentic AI, and the entire analytics ecosystem. That means you get enterprise grade infrastructure with flexibility of modern low code platform what AWS offers to their customers. This is very important. The low code platform, I just want to throw some light on it. It's very important for you when you migrate to Zendesk because when I say low code or no code, that means your contact center supervisors, your contact center leads, they have option to make small changes into your contact center environment. It can be IVR, it can be adding a feature, it can be even adding agents or queues. So your contact center supervisors can do those functions and they do not need to rely on administrators or you do not need to maintain the developers in your team. So that's very important and very relevant for you. So in a nutshell, what Zendesk has to offer, Zendesk is giving the unified workspace, the AI at every layer, global scale. It is available across all the regions in the globe, and then all the flexibility is what you need. And you will see all these things, all these enhancements, all these values in the demo. So before I invite Scott to give you the demo, I'll just spend some time about on Zendesk ecosystem as well. So basically, when I say ecosystem, what's actually under the hood? What's actually making this Zendesk contact center more advanced for the contact center operations? So when you deploy Zendesk contact center through call center power, you are not just buying a ticketing system with a phone attached to it. You are getting a layered ecosystem. And as I mentioned initially, your Amazon Connect handles the telephony, that means outbound call routing, queue management, your Amazon Lex, which is again an underlying platform. It handles and captures the customer intent and powers your conversation IVR. Other services like Lambdas, DynamoDBs, these are the functions which basically provides your real time, your data lookups, customer authentication, and so on. So on the top of it, your Zendesk agent workspace, which is sitting on the top and giving that unified single screen where agents live and perform their day-to-day function. So without any delay, let me invite Scott, who will basically give you the demo. And I'll just set the context of this demo. If you can go to the next slide, please, Jeremy. So, Scott, before you start, this slide talks about end-to-end customer journey. And basically, I'll just frame what you are about to see in the demo. So, what we have built, we have identified some real use cases out of end-to-end customer journey that mirrors what your agents handle every day and what customer basically come up with their interactions every day. So it's like customer calls with a problem, AI captures their intent, AI does the authentication, authenticate customer's identity, and then attempt to resolve the problem without any human involvement. That's where you see IVR, you see the AI assist, the AI agent, those kind of functions. And if AI agent cannot resolve the problem, it hands off to the live agent with full context already loaded into a workspace. And you will notice we haven't just set up this generic demo environment. We have configured this especially around the types of scenario you have described us in some of the initial discovery calls, like login issues, account access, escalation paths, and so on. And what I would recommend, pay attention to three things: how natural AI interaction feels, how the handoff to AI from AI to human is so seamless without losing the context, and how agent can do without even leaving their single screen. So, Scott, over to you.
Thank you, Ashish. So just to kind of give an overview, we'll go ahead and start with just I'll place the call and we'll talk to our bot, and then we'll gather our intent and just my reason for the call, at which point I'll be sent over to a Lambda function and Amazon Connect database that's going to look me up and authenticate me. And then we'll head over to our AI orchestration layer with Amazon Q, which has access to just our S3 bucket and our knowledge base. And then it will just try and answer the questions from the customer as best it can. And then it will know its own limitation. And it's not going to hallucinate or anything. It will know when it's just reached its limit and it has to go ahead and send it over to an agent as well. So I'll go ahead and start the call, and then I'll get the first few lines of dialogue kicked off so that we can go ahead and show off the AWS contact lens. And then I'll give a quick tour of the Zendesk agent ticket area as well.
Welcome to Call Center Power. In a few words, please describe the reason for your call today.
I'm having login issues.
Thank you for sharing that. I can certainly assist with your issue. To get you started with the next steps, we need to authenticate you. Let me do a quick lookup on the number you're calling from. I was able to identify you from your phone number. Hello, Scott Moggensen. To get you started on troubleshooting the issue, can you also share the product name you're facing the issue with?
I'm having login troubles with my Thunder portal.
I'm logging into your Thunder portal. To help you better, could you tell me what specific error message or issue you're seeing when you try to log in? For example, are you getting an error message or is the login page not loading?
I think I might have locked myself trying to reset it, and I did it too many times.
Sounds like your account may have been temporarily locked due to multiple reset attempts. This is a security measure to protect your account. I'll need to connect you with a specialist who can verify your identity and help unlock your account. Let me transfer you now. Thank you for calling. Your call is very important to us.
So, thank you, Scott. So, what you just experienced was the voice AI layer, where the AI voice bot tried to capture the intent. It did the authentication. It basically identified that Scott is calling. It also tried the AI driven resolution. And then, because it was not able to resolve that problem, it basically initiated a clean escalation to the live agent. Now, Scott is going to show what happens at the other side, what agent sees, and what AI surfaces in real time, and how Zendesk makes that agent dramatically more effectively handle the customer interaction.
Thank you, Ashish. So now I'll just go ahead and get the first few lines of dialogue off so we can take a tour. Hi, thanks for calling Call Center Power. How can I help you? Yes, hi, I'm having some trouble logging into my account with the Thunder portal. All right, and so now, as we can see, AWS has done all of this work to start, and then we've also integrated Contact Lens into this, and now it's handing it over, passing the baton to Zendesk for Contact Center. And so the agent has all this previous content here, all this context. They're not going to lose any valuable information. And then this contact lens integration is also going to enable us to get some sentiment analysis at the end of this call. And so now we'll just go ahead and take a tour around the workspace. Again, all of it just consolidated in one place, making the life easier for the agent, taking that load off of them, and then we'll help our customer. And so right off the bat, just as we were saying with the contact lens and the reporting, we have all of these fields here with intent, language, sentiment that we can come back to later. Then we also have some knowledge suggestions that will look at our conversation and then try and find a relevant article in our knowledge base that's not in a separate window. It's all plugged in right from the website. And so we have our knowledge, our customer contacts, any call history we have. If I want to click through those, look at that, see if it helps me get to the bottom of their issue. Any side conversations in case I'd like to escalate to a supervisor or maybe talk to a coworker for some help. Any related tickets that I can either look for resolve tickets that maybe show the steps that I can follow to help this customer, or any merge suggestions to see if they already have something open, and then we can knock both of those out at the same time. All right. So we do also know that they've been having trouble getting into their Thunder portal. And so we can look at the knowledge base for that and we see that they need to contact admin. And so there's nothing else they can do for themselves and I'll need to do that. So I'll go ahead and let them know that I'll be solving that for them and ask them if there's anything else and send them on their way. Okay, it looks like I need to go ahead and get that reset for you. I'll force that through and then we'll let you in there. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir? Nope, thanks a lot. So now we'll go ahead and end this call and we'll see this after call work, how it's sped up by some of the features in Zendesk. So as we were saying, it's a password reset. We already have this kind of pre-typed up. And so all the agents really have to do is just edit it. And then also we'll come back to this with the reporting, but we have some more resolution tags after the fact as well. Now I'll just go ahead and submit this ticket as solved.
Thank you, Scott. Let me just pause here for a second because what Scott just showed is the core differentiator. And I really want to make sure it lands clearly. So, in most contact center setups, agents are running three, four, or sometimes even five different tools simultaneously. I've seen agents juggling between multiple screen, copying and pasting content from CRM, from a knowledge base, from a ticketing system, maybe to a soft phone, to a phone interface. And every one of those basically costs more time and it costs accuracy, it costs customer experience and result into poor customer experience and poor contact center productivity. And what you just saw in Zendesk, it's all the things, everything is in single window, and we can call it single pane of glass. The ticket, the transcription, the knowledge suggestions, the customer history, even the sentiments, all of it is populated automatically in real time. And what agent has to do their actual job, handle the customer. That's it. Now, what Scott is going to show us is basically a chat channel so that it's not just a voice story. That's where Zendesk delivers the same unified experience across every channel, what your customer might be using. So, Scott, show your magic.
Thank you, Ashish. And so Zendesk does have an out-of-the-box help center that you can use, and then you can also customize that to your heart's content. But then they also let you embed an AI agent help chat widget right into your own website. And so if we were the customer using Zendesk, then we could just have this right here in the corner, and anyone who wants to reach us can easily find the information they're looking for. And so I can, of course, escalate to a human agent if I like at any point, but I think I'll go ahead and try and get some information out of this AI agent first. So I'm playing the role of an end user who is trying to log in and my dashboard isn't working. And so I'm trying to get assistance. And before I go through all of these articles, I want to see if I can get some more context from the AI agent. And so he has all this information for me and he's distilling all of it down and putting it together. And then I can also read the articles in full if I'd like. But I think I'd also like to follow up with an agent and we'll show that functionality as well. So now I'll just go ahead and collect some more information. Like I said, I'm playing the role of an end user. And we've got several different options for how we can handle this here as well, because we can send it in as a message, or we can also send it in as a callback and we can offer that to a queue for an agent, or the agent has the option to chat. And it's really just up to us how we want to handle this. And so I'll go ahead and chat with this customer. I'll send him the AI generated response. As we can see from earlier, we have all of these tags, the sentiment coming in. And then the Gen AI from Zendesk right out of the box is just saying, I need a little bit of time to take a look at your ticket and then to find some information. So I'll go ahead and read that through, approve it, and send it over. And so now I'll be the customer again and just give some more information so I can see the dashboard. We do have this knowledge base that I can consult. And so here I see that I have the dashboard access. And it says I just need to go ahead and change their permission. So I'll let them know. But of course, that might not be how we want to speak to them. And so we do have some more tools to just enhance our writing. We can make it more friendly, more formal. So go ahead and do that. It's just a nice quality of life thing to have for us. And like I said, we can always choose to call back if that's what they decide. And so now we'll go ahead and change those permissions for our customer and we'll close out our ticket.
Thank you, Scott. So now, as you have seen both voice and chat interactions, and you have not just seen the AI-based automation, but you have also seen how agent interface looks like and how agent uses multiple features available within a single pane of glass to handle customer interaction. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked in platform demos, but actually it matters really important into day-to-day operations, which is I'm talking about reporting. Every contact center platforms they claims to have analytics. What we want to show you is how Zendesk actually delivers out of the box. No additional cost, no additional license, no custom build required. Everything what we will show you, it's all out of the box. And what you are going to see is three layer of insights. First, you will see the intelligent triage, how the AI system is performing in terms of capturing intents, providing the automation. You will be able to see the call containment data and so on. Secondly, you will see the real-time operational dashboards, and then you will also see the historical performance trends. So you are not just seeing where you are today, but you will also be able to see how you are improving over the time. And contact center leaders, especially for supervisors and team managers, it's very important so that they are not just waiting for a weekly report. They can basically get the information anytime. So, Scott, let's walk them through the reports, the dashboards which you have picked for this demo.
Thank you. And so we'll go ahead and head over to our analytics. And so we do have the option to make as many custom reports and dashboards as we like if we want. And we can also go ahead and schedule those either by sending CSVs or maybe images of the dashboards to our email. But all of what I'm going to show you today is just right out of the box. And so this requires no setup. All it takes is some data, just some tickets coming in, and we'll have this ready to go. And so, as we were saying earlier in the call, just all of those sentiment tickets popping up and the intent in the entity, that's really going to give us a lot of insight here. And so we'll start with the overview, where we have some nice call out values at the top, showing some numbers here for us. You have our intents, entities, our sentiment. Then we also have dedicated dashboards for all of these as well. And then we can really dive deeper to the data if we like. So I'll go ahead and start with the intent, just the call reason. Again, we have all of these call out values for us, but then it really gets more informative as we go along because as we can see, we have the trends over time for all the different intents. And so I can look, maybe see all the different call types I'm getting recently and how can I counteract this? Can I do something with my knowledge base? Can I and deflect some tickets, the AI agents? Do we need to staff more agents to a queue? Or maybe we know, for example, that we did implement something with the AI agent to deflect tickets. We want to see if those calls are trending down over time. And then just we'll continue down here. We can also see the sentiment associated with these specific call types, which will really give us some more information about are we best preparing our agents to handle these calls? Do we need to give them some better information, some better training? And then another great help that I love is just one touch ticket. That'll really tell us, is this even getting sent to the right person, or is this kind of a more difficult question that we want to just go ahead and send a second group of support, take some load off of our line one agents. Then we also have the sentiment, which again, just digging deeper into this data, we can go ahead and slice and dice from the top. We have all kinds of ticket status, ticket form, sentiment, confidence. And for example, if we know we had a new feature come out, we want to see some specific feedback for that feature. We'll set up a quick form for that, and then we can see how the sentiment is trending over time and maybe before and after. And of course, we do also have some more analytics specific for the call center. So I'll just jump in here. And so now this is real-time data. We can check across all of our different channels, slice and dice. We can check our different queues. And this is really just great if I'm a supervisor to look at throughout the day. How's the health of my call center doing? Do I need to move anyone around? What do I need to do? But then we also have the recent performance, I think just great for maybe start of day, end of day, or certain periodic checks. Just I can check all of my different basic call center metrics with the queued calls, the handled calls, KPIs like the handle time, for example, and then, of course, the ever important service levels. And then we can also dig deeper into all of our different queues here as well. Now, resolution codes, we believe, is just something that really sets apart Zendesk because while this is something that is in a lot of different platforms, the reporting isn't always the best on it. And a lot of times it needs some extra setup, especially from just more third-party implementations, more added cost. And so we see we have the category summary here, just with our most recent tag, Storm Cloud. We can see the amount of transfers, the average handle time, and the amount of time in queue, which I think are really important because that's telling us, is this a more difficult thing that they're always looking for more help on? Is this something that we need to help out those queues more with? Or as we were saying before, maybe some more automated responses. And maybe we'll go to the 30-day range for this. And then we can get more information as well. Now, this is a lot of our same metrics, but this is long-term trends. So we have up to 30 days in the past, just all our queued calls, handle time, after call work time, our service levels, and then we can look at these trend graphs, see how we're doing. And we can see that at some points we weren't doing the best with. We were letting some calls stay in the queue and then they were abandoning. Or maybe we had a big jump in ACW time, maybe some call avoidance there, but now we're seeing it kind of level out over time. Then we also have the queue performance at the bottom, just with more of those metrics, again, just with the calls, the chats, the different media types, and any of our abandoned calls. And then we can keep moving on for specific agent performance and service levels as well. And so that's all for me on the different reporting with contact center and also the sentiment analysis. And so now I'll turn it back over to Ashish.
Thanks, Scott. This was really awesome, and this is where Zendesk has the differentiator. So, as a team, now you have seen the full picture. You have seen the AI-powered self-service on both voice and chat. You have seen the agent workspace, the unified agent workspace. You have seen the analytics we know which is right baked in there out of the box. So this is basically the Zendesk operating as the single cohesive system. So now I'm sure question isn't really whether it will solve your problems. I'm sure you can see that it does. You will probably have the question, how do we get there and how can we do the migration and how quickly? So let me walk you through our delivery approach. And this is where call center power experience becomes as important as the Zendesk platform. And this delivery approach is something what call center power and Zendesk they have mutually agreed, and it just shows Zendesk experience, what the decades of experience what they have in delivering CRMs, and decade of experience what call center power has implementing the contact center environments. So our delivery methodology is built around one single principle, which is very important: no surprises throughout the delivery cycle. We start with our requirement workshops. We don't just hand over your questionnaire, the workbooks with you and you to fill in. We sit with your team. We work through the structured playbooks. We document each and every user story, every single call flow, every integration requirements, what you might have before any configuration is written into the platform. And from there on, we move into our design and build phase, where our solution architects, our implementation engineers design your Zendesk environment, your routing logics, your agent, AI agent, your knowledge base, your queue structure, your reporting framework, everything. That's our engineer who built into the platform. And everything which is being built onto the platform, it goes through a rigorous QA cycle before it touches your team. Once the QA is completed, our QA team is satisfied that yes, platform is ready for user acceptance. That's where the solution is handed over to you. And based on your timelines, you have to basically test each and every user story against your real scenarios. We basically participate in the user acceptance testing along with you, along with your operations team, your agents, your supervisors who perform testing, who perform user acceptance on different scenarios and different features. And once you are satisfied, then we schedule the go lives. And we don't just disappear after the go live. First of all, our implementation team, our solution architects, our designers, our implementation engineers, they provide you the hypercare support after go live, which is normally 2 to 5 days based on your requirements. But even after that, we just don't disappear. Our managed service team will be available for you for ongoing support, optimization, feature enhancement, if you want to introduce new line of businesses, if you want to migrate additional users into Zendesk platform, we are always there to support you as part of our managed services. And we have done it so many times. We know where implementations go wrong. We know where UAT fails. So we basically make sure that the moment we start our implementation, we prevent all those failure points. So that's pretty much it we wanted to cover. And I'm sure you would be interested in taking the next steps. And as I mentioned, our next step would be discovery. So once you finalize your dates, we can schedule the discovery workshops. So it was really nice understanding your requirements and taking you through some of the Zendesk features and the demo. Let me know if you have any questions.